Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're looking at a huge economic earthquake that's literally reshaping California's South Bay. And what's wild is it's a story of two totally different economies. You've got this booming hard tech sector on one side, and then you've got the traditional local businesses just trying to handle the aftershocks. So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll break down the new rules of the game in the South Bay. Then we'll dive deep into that hard tech boom and the two-speed reality it's creating. And finally, we'll walk through a whole new playbook that local experts can use to do more than just survive. They can actually win. All right, so let's get into it. What is actually going on in places like Torrance, Hawthorne, and El Segundo? Well, a massive shift is happening, and it's completely rewriting the rulebook for every local business out there. A recent intelligence report really nailed it, calling this a distinct inflection point. And look, this isn't some slow, gradual change we're talking about. This is a rapid, full-throttle acceleration, and it's all being fueled by a very specific kind of industry, hard tech. So what is this hard tech boom really? Let's look at the actual numbers. Because this isn't just hype, it's a full-on industrial renaissance, and it's backed by billions of dollars in capital. And forget about software apps and social media for a second. We're talking about hard tech, tangible things. Physical engineering, aerospace manufacturing, the stuff that is quite literally building our future. Let's take a look at four key players who are leading this charge. First up, you've got Navitas Semiconductor right out of Torrance. They just announced a brand new power platform for AI data centers that hits an absolutely stunning 98.5% peak efficiency. Now, this is a huge deal because it directly attacks the massive energy problem that the entire AI industry is facing. Next, there's Skyryse and El Segundo. These guys are building a universal operating system for aircraft. And get this, they just hit unicorn status with a valuation over $1.15 billion. They're literally making flying safer and more automated for everybody. This table really paints the picture of the industrial power that's all packed in right here. You've got companies solving AI's energy crisis, completely changing the future of flight, and even building orbital computing systems. This is the new engine of the South Bay economy, period. But, and there's always a but, this incredible boom has a major flip side. It's creating a stark, two-speed economy. And believe me, not everyone is in the fast lane. Here's the divide, plain as day. On one side, you have capital-rich tech moving at the speed of light. But on the other, traditional businesses are facing incredible pressure, including what one report even calls structural obsolescence. And this isn't just some abstract idea on a slide. It's real. It's perfectly captured by the recent closure of Raj and Cajun Cafe, a local institution for 32 years. It's a real-world casualty of these new economic pressures that are just squeezing out beloved small businesses. Which brings us to the most critical question for so many people. If you're a local realtor, a financial advisor, or a personal trainer, how do you even begin to compete? How do you stay relevant when you're not part of that billion-dollar hard tech world? The old ways of just working harder, more cold calls, more networking events, that's just not going to cut it anymore. The answer is in building something totally new, something called digital authority. So what is digital authority? Well, to put it simply, it's making absolutely sure that when someone in your community asks Google or an AI for an expert, your name is the one that pops up. You become the definitive go-to answer. You can think of it as the new word of mouth. It's not just about who people know anymore, it's about who the algorithms know. And in the South Bay's new economy, this isn't just a nice to have, it's essential for survival. So the question is, how do you actually build this authority? Well, one local company down in San Pedro, Voxel Micro Video Labs, has designed a whole system to do exactly that, using high-quality video to establish your expertise online. But let's be real, building this authority can't be a second full-time job. To do it efficiently, you need a brand new playbook. For years, creators and professionals have been stuck in what Voxel calls format fatigue. I mean, you know the drill. You do double the work, filming something for your website, then pulling out your phone to refilm it for Instagram, and you often end up with half the quality. It's exhausting. Their solution is this really smart technique they call the vertical slice. And the idea is actually pretty simple. You film once in a professional studio in beautiful 4K. Then that one high-resolution video is sliced up for every single platform, YouTube, TikTok, Reels, without losing any quality at all. Okay, let's take the example of a personal trainer. The old way, they're wasting hours re-recording some shaky summary on their phone. But with this new playbook, they just show up and teach what they know, and the studio makes them look like a top-tier expert everywhere online. And this whole approach isn't just about saving time, it's about elevating your entire brand. High-quality video and perfect audio mean you get transcribed accurately by AI, which is absolutely critical for search engines. It makes sure you look and sound like the top expert in your field. So we're going to end with this one thought. As the South Bay economy clearly splits in two, standing still just isn't an option anymore. Using new tools and new playbooks to build your digital authority isn't just some good idea. It's how you make sure you're on the right side of that divide.